Hello everyone and welcome to Trending in My Life. Today I'm going to be talking about some gadgets you can use if you're feeling stressed. Some of them I talked about in my podcast recently, so I thought I'd like to show you them. This one here is like a clip and it works on an acupressure point on your hand. So if I take my hand like this and I just open up the clip and slide it on, just adjust it a little bit, there we go, that's where it should go, and that's pressing on a point on my hand that helps to relax me. Now what I find I do is if I'm having a stressful time at work and I just take a few deep breaths and I slip that on, I can carry on working, and it's not very big on my hand, it's not very noticeable, and I can leave it there for about 5 minutes and then I'll take it off and I just feel a bit calmer. So I definitely think it works. The next thing I want to talk about is stress balls. Now they do come in all different shapes and sizes. I used to have one which was a round one and had the picture of the world on, and I found that was quite tight to squeeze. It was really hard. Now this one I've got is a heart one, and this one is more squishy. Sometimes if you're feeling stressed, if you've got something to squeeze and let go, that will help release any frustration that you might be feeling, and it will just calm you down gradually. And they're not very big. Lots of people have different ones on their desk to use, and this one is different, this little penguin, because he's very squishy and soft, and that's a different experience to squeezing the heart-shaped one. He's lovely and soft to squeeze, and I definitely like that kind of stress ball more because just the soft smoothness of it seems to make me feel calmer than the hard ones. But it depends how you're feeling, because I guess if you're very frustrated about a situation, then you might prefer the harder ones to just squeeze out all that anxiety. So they're another thing that you can use at work. Now, something that I like to do when I get home is to do some colouring in an adult colouring book. Now, I've mentioned before that I used to have trouble with the pencils because I found the colour pencils that I bought were too hard, the points of them, to get sort of a soft shading effect. And that's just me, I like them better if they're softer. But I did find a pack that worked for me, and I'll show you some of me colouring. I find it very relaxing and chilled to just lose myself in the picture and colour. And especially if you've got children at home, they'll love it if you sit down and colour with them. So here we are colouring. And the paper and pen on the right hand side is because I'm going to do some doodling as well. Now believe me when I say I have no idea what I will be doodling, because that's the thing about doodling, you just don't know. And there's my doodle. Doesn't mean anything, doesn't represent anything. It's just a doodle for fun, for relaxation. Now, I had a few problems with transport this week that meant I got part the way home, so I was in central London and couldn't get any further for a while because there was a signal problem, no trains were moving. So I took the time to go through some of the smaller London parks that are in central London. These are often called squares, and they're not always square in shape, but they're smaller gardens, some with lots of benches, some with more grass, some with shady trees, some with sculptures. They're all very different, and there's lots of them in London. In fact, I was crossing a road and I could see down the street opposite some green trees at the end of the road, and I thought, oh, if I follow that, I bet I find a square. And I did. And the one I found was Manchester Square, but that one was locked, and there are just a few of the gardens in central London that are locked because the people who live in the square have their own keys, and it's a sort of added bonus to residents that they have a key to the garden to go in it. But equally, there are lots and lots of these gardens that are free to walk into and open to anybody. They tend to open at dawn and close at dusk, which obviously varies all year round, so I'm not quite sure how they manage that. This is Soho Square, which is incredibly busy, but a very cute little park just at the back of Soho. See what I mean? Really cute. But it gets very crowded. As you can see, benches are all full and there's people all over the grass. Trees are very nice though. It is genuinely very, very old. This is Berkley Square. I just got off the tube at Bond Street station, and this is 5 minutes walk from there down Davis Street. There are lots of these green square spaces full of benches for Londoners to spend time in. I think they realise that, you know, living in a city, it does people good for the outside. Lots of benches. I'll show you some of the sculptures in the park, but then I'll take you to some of the shops at the side to look in the windows, because this is an area for very fast, expensive cars. Because as you can see, over there is Ferrari. Let's just cut across the grass to the sculpture over here. Oh, look. It's interesting. Okay. I'll just take you to look at the flashy cars. And then I'm heading off to another park. Oh, Bentley is next door to Ferrari, as you can see. I'm hoping that there's not too much reflection in the window so you can have a look. I don't drive, by the way, but I like looking at fast cars. I don't think I'm going to be able to get across unless I go and use the zebra crossing, because there are too many black cabs, which are London taxis. There we go. This is the Bentley store. This is the Ferrari store. I wonder what's under there. Pretty flowers. There's lots of free benches here, as in nobody's sitting on them. I've literally walked 10 minutes and I'm at another green space. This time, it's Grosvenor Square. And I'm not sure if it's bigger than the last one, as you can see. It's very nice. This is dedicated to Eagle Squadron. This whole park in Grosvenor Square is actually famous for being where the American embassy is, but it's not there anymore. It used to be over there, but they've moved it a few years ago to Vauxhall. This park seems to be one where people come and chill out, sitting on the grass. This is Manchester Square, which is another green space. I just have to figure out how to get into it. Let's try this way. It's kind of deserted, and some of these green spaces are locked, and the residents that live around it have keys for it. Not many, but a few. This might be one of those. Yeah, like this. So there we go, that's exactly what I was talking about. Some of these gardens are for residents only. But while I'm here, I'll show you that this is the building that houses the Wallace collection that I talked about on my podcast. Inside they have rooms that are red, pink, blue, purple. It's really cool. Before I finish this video this week, I'd like to say a special thank you to my son John, who helps me with the editing every week. Couldn't do it without him. He's wonderful. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Please like, comment, subscribe. Comment on whether you've been to London and visited any of these gardens. Do you use any of the stress things that I use? The colouring, the stress balls, anything like that? And tell me, have you got your favourite way to de-stress? I'd love to hear what it is. Thank you to all my subscribers for coming on and watching me each time. And please consider subscribing and click that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Well, see you next time. Bye for now.